All right. Okay. Whew. We are back. Oh, Lord. Okay. Honey. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we are back. Take 2. Ha ha ha. Oh, my sweet gherkins. Lord have mercy. Oh. I'm sorry that mess happened, but hi. Take 2. Pardon the interruption, but allow me to reintroduce myself again. So, JBeezYBabY is in the house. How y'all doing? So basically, we got disconnected. I don't know why. I was in the middle of my spiel and things, you know, with my intro. And then, yeah, now I'm seeing the sun that is definitely coming back. I'm at the corner of my TV as it is, so I'm trying to adjust it where I don't look like Casper the Ghost. But, okay. I'm good. All right. How are y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for rejoining again. You know, things like this happen. So, boop, there it is. But we back. And I'm black. And we righteous. Ha ha ha. So, now that we got that out of the way. Yes. So, episode 1. Keeping it all the way live. With JBeezY. Yes. So, where was I in the middle of my story? Oh, yes. The introduction of me. My background, how did I come to the FGC? First of all, how I came with the name, keeping it all the way live with JBeezY. I needed a name that was unique and something that, you know, was truly me. Because there's a lot of names out there, and I've been doing my research with podcasts and stuff. First, I was going to call it Pardon the Interruption. Would have been a righteous name. I would have loved that damn name. However, I already saw that it was, it's already a show on ESPN. It just got canceled. It was on for 10 years. And, yeah, I don't want to be associated with that because I don't watch sports or whatever. I just like looking at the sweaty jocks. So, whoop, there that is. So, I'm just like, okay, what name should I name my podcast that everybody knows me for? Keeping it all the way live, because that's what we do over here, bitch. I always keep it all the way live. In other words, I keep it real. I keep it genuine. We are unfiltered, uncensored. That's how I live my life. That's how I want the energy of this podcast to be. So I just thought it was perfect. Thought it was brilliant. And plus, a bonus tidbit. I don't know if y'all old school to the music, but All the Way Live is a song from the R&B group Lakeside. It's a band. They're old school. That was they actually did a remix with Coolio in the 90s. Yeah, it's super old, but they originated in the 80s. And I have 3 uncles in that group. Oh yes. Was it 2 Uncle Marks, Uncle Fred? So yeah. Hi Uncle Marks. Hi Uncle Fred. 2 of them is, one of them is a drummer, one of them is the lead singer, and one of them is, the guitarist. So, in a sense, you know, kind of paying homage, and as they say, give them their flowers while they're still here. So, that is my way of kind of keeping the legacy up, and it's something that I use in my daily vocabulary, in my everyday life. So, it just, baby, it sticks like glue. So, whoop, there it is, keeping it all the way live. Episode 1. Is here to stay. So, with that said, now you know, a JBeezY stream won't be a stream without what? The drink. Oh, that's good. Ooh. Mixed with a little bit of wine today. We keeping it classy. all the good glasses, they in the wash right now. So you know what? It's fine. Ghetto but effective. So, more about me. Basically, how I got into the FGC. My background, honey, it's extensive. So I'll try to give it, the best summary I can possible. So first, I'm a dancer, freestylist. So I freestyle. Got into the underground scene, which is basically house music, trance, before it became EDM. Even went to raves and whatnot, did all that shit, so you can consider me an OG. Yes. But I like to battle as well. So that was basically my background. I was always competitive. So anybody who thought that they can outdance me, I'm like, let's take it to the dance floor then, bitch. Let's go. So I've always had a competitive spirit, which, is perfect into the FGC. So from there, into the underground scene, I was even into the dance teams with my brother, who was also a choreographer. So I did that. And then I became a drag queen. Ha ha ha. Yes, hoodie, heels, makeup, wigs, the whole getup. That was me. And baby. Woo. I had my own shows. Like, I performed at Long Beach Pride on the main stage, headlining. Yes, and I was in the magazine for it. It's Ava B, aka Ava Bronner II, which I named after my mom, who passed away. And yes, again, it will be 11 years. So I kind of basically dedicated my drag to her. And I remember when I first started out, talking to a known drag queen by the name of Morgan McMichaels. I'm pretty sure you heard of her. She was on RuPaul's Drag Race, but she is a SoCal legend in these streets. But long story short story long, was up at the club. She was just whipping her hair back and forth. She was just, feeling her vibe and shit. And I just came up to her and I was trying to figure out a name, for my drag. And what she said stuck with me for the rest of my life. She said, you need to have a name that's significant. You need to have a name that's important to you, that will stick. And she asked, what is important to you? And I said, well, my mom. So she was like, well, there you have it. And with that, it made me think, because women, when they name their child, you will never hear them say like, Wanda the second, or, Wendy the third, none of that. It's always the men. It's always the boys that have, Ron Jr., Ron the second. It's always the dudes. So I decided to take what she said, flip it, and pay homage to my mom. So I decided to be Ava Bronner the second, because the first is in heaven, and yeah, I know she's always looking down. That's why the sun is hitting my head so hard. Damn it, Mom, I'm recording. So embarrassing. Damn. She's even a bother when she's in heaven. But I miss her so much every single damn day. So if you still have your mother in this world, or a mother figure, after this podcast, I want you to call them. Tell them that you love them, especially during these hard times. Especially because you never know. You never know when your time is up, baby. And I wish I can just physically hug her right now. So if you have that luxury, take that, please. And with that said, with all that background going on, dancer, performer, had my own shows by winning competitions, and I came into the FGC. And the first major event, I decided to go big. So I attended EVO 2018, my very, very, very first time. And people who saw me, I was in all gold, right? I like to look sharp. I'm like, I ain't finna look like no bum in front of these nerds, even though I've been there myself, but I'm fashionable, motherfucker. So I showed up, I showed out, and I had my, it's over there actually, my Nintendo Goomba backpack with the shells on it. You know, it's a little bit beat up, but whatever. It was still cute. It's still sitting down right there. Hey, Bowser. And going into Evo, I went hella early. Personal reasons that I will not actually. You know what? I'm gonna share this bit of info. Why the hell not? I think it's time. I think it's definitely time. Okay, so 2018 be on the way, going to Evo, and like I said, I want to keep it all the way live with y'all because I love y'all. So here we go. On the way to Evo, it was in like the Victorville area. I was with my best friend and with her man, and we was driving all the way, and then the cop pulled us over. So I was kind of just chilling in the back seat or whatever, took our IDs and whatnot. So my two friends is white, I'm the only black one in the car, and the cop was just like, hey, here go your IDs, but you, get out the car. I said, excuse me? Like what? He said, get out the car. Okay. Got out the car. I was kind of scared at this motherfucking point. Yes. So next thing I know, the cop puts me in handcuffs. My best friend, she's freaking the fuck out, as she should. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Apparently, there was a ticket that I did not take care of. And since it was such a long time ago, there was a warrant for my arrest. And I'm just like, well, fuck me. Damn, can you... Really? Like, we are on the way to go to Evo right now. So, he just said, sorry, buddy, gotta take you in. Yeah, it was devastating. I was in the back seat of that cop car, handcuffed. Bitch, I was sweating. I'm just like, I felt defeated. I didn't know what to do. So, when in the holding cell, I basically told him, I was like, man, I'm on the way to play the biggest fighting game competition in the world. And one of the cops, he asked what one of the games, and I'm just like, well, I mentioned Taken. He was like, oh, well, I like that game. And we had a cool conversation. I was just like, well, is there anything, you know, that you can look into? Because I'm sure it's a misunderstanding of something I have to pay. I will do that since it was such a long time ago. But I cannot miss this tournament. So, I was in the holding cell for like 5 hours or so. And then they said you're free to go. You just have to appear on this court date and handle this ticket. So I'm just like, oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. He was like, just make sure you whoop ass in that competition. I just said, thank you. So with all that happened right before Evo, we didn't get into Vegas until 5 a.m. in the morning. I entered into 2 fighting games. It was Dragon Ball FighterZ and it was Soul Calibur. Yes, it was Soul Calibur. No. It was Dragon Ball FighterZ and BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Those were the 2 games that I entered. And pools for Dragon Ball FighterZ was at 8. Mind you, we just got in at 5 a.m. We were staying at Excalibur. I'm just like, after the shit I just been through, I'm not gonna make the first pools. I'm not. So I woke up at 10. My BlazBlue pools was at 12. And got myself ready. Acted like, okay, whatever happened, happened. Thank God I made it. Otherwise, if they would have kept me throughout the whole weekend, my Evo would have been fucked. And that's it. So I go to the Evo and, you know, I get registered or whatever. I get my ticket. And then it was kind of empty, basically. One of the first people I saw was Sonic Fox. He was chilling right in front of the Mortal Kombat area. He was just sitting down chilling, said what's up to him, you know, how he feeling, and took a picture with him. I still have it somewhere. But then there was this one person that totally embraced me and made me feel super welcome into the FGC. And the words that this person said always stuck with me. And it made me want to not only become a part of the FGC, but wanted to do great things and good things for the people of the FGC. So without that person, without that interaction, I wouldn't have basically probably not even be here. So I want to thank that person 100, like 100 times. Like, I can't even, I'm trying to put the right words right now without getting emotional, because that's how special this interaction, this person means to me. And I think it's very fitting, since this person was basically the very first person who embraced me. I thought it was fitting for this person to be my very first guest. So, guest, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey guys, my name is Miles McKenzie, but you guys probably all know me as Quiet Face Miles. And if you don't know me, then hello, hi, welcome.
Woo!
I am so honored to be here for JBeezY's first podcast. And I don't know, like, just do you just want like basic rundown of me, or like what you want? What's the tea?
Girl, basically, first of all, I just want to say I'm just honored of your ass even being a part of the podcast. Like, for real. Like, you just don't know that your words, like, do you remember when we first met? Like, we had the key. Like, we had the key of the lifetime. And the thing that will resonate with me forever and ever, you said, after telling you my background, like I told, you know, the audience, you was like, bitch, you can be the first drag queen to actively compete in the FGC. You can be a forest bitch. And I said,
It's true though. It's so true. We don't have a lot of, you know, like, to be honest, there's not a lot of LGBT representation in the community. I mean, there is, but there's like a lot of it's very like low key and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then there's obviously like the very loud ones like Sonic Box and everything. But like drag queens is like a completely separate entity. It's like a completely separate like subset of a genre of, you know, life and expression and stuff like that. And it's like there really isn't any like drag queens that are out competing. Like, there's drag queens that stream now, which I follow a lot of them, but there's not a lot of drag queens that are out competing in fighting games or anything like that. So that's why it's like, when you were telling me about that, I was like, this is like something seriously super unique, like about you, that sets you completely apart from the competition, like personality wise, just like everything. Like, that's something that hasn't been done or hasn't been seen. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it being done. I haven't seen any of that, you know. So it's just really, it's really unique and something that needs to be embraced and needs to be shown, because it's just something that I feel is really important with growing the scene and showing more of a diversity inside of the scene.
Amen. And thank you for that. And I just, what you said really sparked a fire under my ass. Like, I just didn't even know, like, the importance of representation in the scene. Hell, I didn't even know there were so many gay people in the FGC, period. I didn't know there was a strong, you know, I mean, well, not really strong representation, so to speak. There's a lot of gay motherfuckers. There's a lot of LGBT. There's, You know, there's a lot of everybody up in the FGC, and I was just so shocked. And the fact that people are out and proud, that also inspired me, you know, to be out proud and loud, just like, you know, who the hell I am. So you was the first person who actually embraced me for who I am, so it allowed me to be myself within the scene.
So, I mean, like, why wouldn't I love you so much. You're so great.
Aww.
And it's just like, because, like, I think right after that, I saw you at SoCal Regionals.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, yay. Like, she's actually coming out. Like, this is her second major. And then that's when I was like, oh, bitch, like, we're in your neck of the woods. Like, let me find you like local areas that you can go to outside of major tournaments. That way you can keep on like supporting your local scene. Because I know like SoCal is such a big, like, they have such a big local scene, or had, I guess, would be the better term.
Right.
But regardless, like, they have one of the biggest like local scenes on the West Coast. So, you know, at the time, because I think at the time they still had a Super Arcade, and and then they had WNF, and then obviously there was like smaller locals like outside of those two big ones. So it's like there was a lot to like really dip your feet in and find, you know, the subsequent like group to be with to further yourself in whatever game you're playing. And then also just to be, like, more active in the FGC.
Right. And honestly, like, I didn't realize until later, to keep it all the way live, the importance of supporting your locals. So that's when I discovered, like, I knew that there was, I heard about Wednesday night fights, but of course, you know, with my ride situation, not having a car, it's very difficult for me to get out, and especially since, you know, that was during the week. I work, you know, 9 to 5, and I have to be at work at 6 a.m. from Monday through Friday. It's tough. So when I discovered Super Arcade, oh honey, like, it was righteous, like, from everybody. Taking community, Soul Calibur community especially. They even had old school Marvel versus Capcom 2 community over there. So it was live. And I even saw Sherry Jennings there a couple of times. You know, say, hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? She is so cute. I love her. And a lot of the SoCal people's up there. Oh, and my first Samurai Showdown tournament, yes. It was Gibby Hell Pockets hosting it, Game Goons, and I got 5th place. So my first offline Samurai Showdown tournament, I got top 8. Like, what? Like, okay, we're doing something good. And from there, I got interviewed by Hell Pockets, and because I won, I still got the poster over there. But Nakaruru, that's my girl, you know, with the mama. And when he interviewed me there, that's when it kind of sparked, like, okay, I think I found my spot in the FGC. And that's being on the mic, bitch. So, whoop, there it is. So I'm doing commentary work. You know, I'm trying to be booked and busy and being part of my community. And honey, what a loving community the Samurai Showdown and Soul Calibur is. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here, but, you know, I just give thanks to you because you make me want to be here. So thank you. Hello, is she there?
Oh, sorry. I was like trying to unmute my mic, but yeah, no problem. You know, of course, I just love growing the community and really just like helping other people find their find their space in the community. So it's just like, it's so great like hearing that I was able to do that for you.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I appreciate you. But since, you know, people are listening, what is Kawaii Face Smiles? Like, how did you get into the FGC?
Ooh. So I got into the FGC Probably about like it was 5 years ago. My first tournament was Evo 2015.
Ooh.
I started playing Tekken around that time, so I think it was like a few months before I went to my first tournament, and I started playing fighting games because, like, prior to that, I was actually in a abusive relationship, like physically, and like for me to get over it and for me to cope with it, the best thing that I could find was just like my outlet was fighting games. So I just started playing more fighting games because, like, at the time I was also playing a lot of Street Fighter 4, and then I stopped playing it. And then I got into Tekken, and I started playing that more. And then after my first tournament in 2015, I was just like hooked. Like, I just had to keep competing and had to keep doing a bunch of stuff. And it's really been great for 5 years of just like constant, you know, like tournaments and stuff like that. And then streaming again in 2017 when Tekken 7 came out, you know, and still streaming now.
Right.
Like, it's been, you know, it's been a very interesting ride, but it's also been a very amazing and just like the platform that I've been given through all of this stuff that I've been doing, like streaming and being on social media and stuff like that. Like, so, like, seeing it grow to the level it is now, and then seeing it grow into the future and stuff like that has been super, super great and super amazing. And I've enjoyed every second of it. I've loved every single second of it. It's just been such a wild ride. And I know, like, right now, like, I haven't been streaming as much of fighting game content, but even though I haven't been doing a lot of fighting game content, like, I still play fighting games. That's still my main thing. I'm still doing fighting games and stuff like that. But, you know, your girl likes to do other things. I like to play other games, and I like to enjoy my time and talk with everyone and hang out with everyone. And
as you should.
Yeah, you know, because sometimes, like, when it comes to like streaming Tekken all the time, like I honestly can't do it, because it's just as much as I love that game and I love fighting games, like, it is so hard for me to really like provide that kind of like connection between me and the viewers and like my community. And that's what that's what I really like. I really like talking with everyone. I really like having fun and just like, you know, being dumb and entertaining the community more than I do like sitting there playing, like, streaming fighting games all the time, because it's just like, as soon as I start playing, like, my focus is in the game, and then I'm just like not talking. So it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like, oh God, like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not talking to anyone. Like, I feel so bad. So that's why, like, lately I've been really like jumping around and doing different, different content and stuff like that. But I'm still here. I'm still playing fighting games. I was at Frosty Faustings in January. So unfortunately there are no tournaments for the foreseeable future right now, so that kind of sucks. But I've been keeping my competitive feet wet and still doing some online tournaments here and there. So, you know, I'm still active. It's just not the most it's not the most primary focus of my goal, you know, like my career and my goal right now, because it's like, I'm still here. Like, yes, I'm here to compete. I'm always going to compete. I'm always going to play Tekken. But I want to do more stuff with my community and creating content and having fun and enjoying, enjoying my time. Because sometimes Tekken makes me mad. And
honey, you're not the only one.
Fighting games be really making me mad. And it's just like, I gotta take that second and just get away and play something different.
And it's hard, like, to not portray that motion of being mad on camera, you know, because I be getting salty too, you know. That's kind of like the nature of the beast with fighting games, you know, because I feel the same. Well, I felt the same when I was playing, you know, Soul Calibur and especially Mortal Kombat. Oh my God, I'm not even gonna dive into that. But it's just the willpower that you have to have, like, not to show that you're salty. You know, it takes incredible strength, but it's like, damn, it's kind of hard to fake the funk when you're pissed off as hell. You're like, I just got beat by this stupid shit, and that's just how it is with fighting games in general. So it's always good to, like, switch it up. So I see a lot of competitors, you know, become content creators and become streamers because, for one, they find their niche into it, and not only is it fun for them, but it's also fun for the viewers. So you've already, you know, put your footprint, you know, up in this Taken game, girl. I mean, 2018, wasn't you Taken 7 team champion? Huh?
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Boop, there it is.
You know, and it's like I feel like I've done a lot and accomplished a lot, but I always want to do more. So I'm never satisfied because I just want to work and do more. So that's a problem. But it's also a blessing at the same time.
Right. You know, you just got to keep on keeping on, girl. So, whoop, there it is. Always happy to be around you, your spirit, your energy, and everything. So thank you. And Chop Chop, I see you. How you doing? Again, if y'all just joining, this is episode 1 of my podcast, keeping it all the way live with JBeezY, and with my very first special guest, Kawaii Face Miles. And she's damn near legendary up in these Taken streets. Let me tell you, honey, you are on your way, okay? You are on your damn way.
Oh yeah, I feel like I set a lot of I feel like for what I did in the beginning of the Tekken era, of Tekken 7 era, I feel like I definitely set a different standard that other players didn't really understand. That's why there was such an outroar when I was like put on E-League. And it's like, you know, at the time I could definitely understand it, but now seeing how everyone's kind of changed their outlook on their play in Tekken, and just like what they have to do to further themselves in like a competitive like esports career and stuff like that, I can definitely see all the stuff that I was doing just like rolling off onto them, and they're all trying to do it too. And it's like, you know, it's great to see everyone trying instead of relying on I'm good at this game. Because like nowadays, like being good at the game, I mean, that's great, but it's like once you stop being good and that was all you had, like you're done.
There you go. Because I saw that there was a lot of people, I'm going to keep it all the way live, of course, because that's what we do here. There was, like you said, there was a lot of pushback, and people was talking shit, saying that you wasn't deserving of, you know, you getting that spot on the team, and you're whack, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But you proved them wrong. You kicked their ass, and girl, you on your way. You said that. You did that shit. 3 snaps for you.
Yeah, I did do it, and it's just, it's great now because I look back at it and I'm just like, yes, like I did that. I did something that mattered, and hopefully hopefully helped a lot of other people feel encouraged to go towards their dream, because like I am by no means the best player in the world, but I'm also I'm also by no means a super like well-off person or anything like that. Like I work for everything that I want and have at this point, and I always try to show everyone that like if you have like a dream and a passion that you want to go for it, like just go for it. regardless of everything that's telling you not, everyone that's telling you not to do it. It's just like, if you really want it, you can get it, and you just have to really put in that work and go for it. And that's what I did, and that's what I try to encourage other people to do.
Whoop, there it is. Beautifully said, baby, and you inspired me. So if you inspired my black ass, I'm pretty sure you inspired a whole group of people, and you have, because I've seen it. And baby, you are a major force in the FGC, which is why I thought it was fitting for you to be my first guest. And I love you to pieces. Thank you so much for being that inspiration for not only just me, but for a lot of people in the scene to keep on keeping on, because you proved a lot of them motherfuckers wrong. Ooh, bars. Yes.
Thank you so much.
And whoop, there it is. All right. So now we got the introductions out the way. Oh, that was cute. Okay, so my first topic of today. Now we're going to have to talk about this. I know. It's negative or whatever, and everybody's going through it, but COVID, aka Corona-19, aka the Rona, what we say in the hood. That bitch has been tripping on everybody, and it has affected every scene, every genre, just everything, period. So when it affects the FGC, of course, then we definitely got to talk about it. So what are your thoughts about how everything has transpired, how it affected just the scene in general? What are your thoughts, girl?
All I know is if I see old girl Corona on the streets, I'm throwing hands. I'm going to beat her down. She putting us through depression right now. It's so sad.
Ooh,
but on a real note, I think the situation with Corona is a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great time for competitive players who didn't really have, that were too focused on the competitions and didn't create as much content. I think it's a great time for them to start creating content, and I think it's a great time for everyone who was creating content to continue to push out content.
Right.
So I think it's a great time for those in that aspect and in that situation. I think it's a bad time though for obviously competitive season. It's a bad time for all of the tournament organizers and stuff like that. It's a horrible time because they're all canceling their tournaments, and obviously they're taking a huge financial loss from it. And it's, it sucks that in a competitive scene where there's already not a whole lot of financial support, for TOs to really, really, really be put in those situations where it's like, damn, we really gotta cancel our tournament now. There's already not a lot of money in the FGC, and now they're taking an even bigger loss,
right,
by having to cancel these events, refund people, et cetera, et cetera. It really does suck in that aspect, especially for tournament organizers and majors and stuff like that. But I mean, on the flip, there is a flip side, and that it does help benefit the players, the content creators and stuff like that, because now players have more time to they have more time to practice, they have more time to create more content, they have more time to really show out their personalities and show everyone, just really show a different side of themselves.
Besides the competitive aspect.
Besides the competitive aspect. Because, honestly, there's a lot of, competitive players who really do lack in that area.
Personality,
yeah, and just content, and give us reasons. Give us reasons to like you,
There you go. Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Exactly, and they're not, and at the time they weren't doing a lot of content because, they're so focused on the competitive season that they're here competing and playing and stuff like that. So now's the time to really, expand your audience, expand your reach, expand you know, just like everything, like grow yourself, make your brand. Like there isn't an excuse at this point. There isn't the excuse of, oh, well, you know, I'm busy doing this, I'm busy practicing, I'm busy at work. Like, we all ain't got no jobs right now. Like, you might as well make content.
I'm just saying, let's keep that all the way live, okay? For y'all competitors out there, make that damn content or show us a different side to you.
Yeah, like do something. Do something, you know, simple. I mean, you don't have to sit here and stream all the time. You know, you can make YouTube videos. You can make, you go on TikTok, make some TikTok videos. Like TikTok is, like TikTok as cringy as it used to be, I think right now it is such a viable platform for content creators to really, or just anyone to really just blow up and build a bigger following off of, because it is so easy to blow up off of TikTok.
Right.
And it's, you know, like, and it's like a minute video. Like, you don't really have to do much. Like, you can do like 15 seconds of something stupid, or, you know, just like be you. Like, show the world you. You don't have to be the best player in your content all the time. You can just be yourself. And like, that's the best thing.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out that damn TikTok. I just got it the other day, actually. So,
I'm really bad at it. I don't post very often. I use it to like memes. So I like scroll through and I like all these funny things that I find funny, and then I never post. But I did post a video earlier this morning. So I was like, okay, I think I should just like actually post TikToks at this point, because it's like what else am I doing? Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just streaming. I've been wanting to do YouTube videos, but I haven't really been doing any YouTube videos or recording or editing or anything like that. Like, I've just been playing Animal Crossing and sitting in my room.
The new wave right now, baby. I ain't mad at you. See, and I want to do YouTube. Matter of fact, this is going to be a YouTube video. So, I mean, like, whoop, there it is. But before that, I haven't been really doing that with the content. I just find out that Twitch is way more fun for me. I don't know, just something about a live reaction. And of course, I am the master of freestyle. I've done it all my life in every shape, way, or form. So that shit is fun to me. And why not, you know, do what I'm doing right now with my podcast and make it into content? But besides that, I can see why some people, you know, don't do it, because it's tedious. You got to do editing, and then you got to market it. You got to find places where to post links, and then, you know, without people talking shit, etc., etc. It's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you use Reddit. And you know what? Just saying. That's not the best place on earth.
I have not been on Reddit in a long time, but at the same time, I can appreciate Reddit, but I can also say Reddit is sometimes full of shit, and that's just tea right there. That's just tea.
That's tea. Made me drop my fan, but that's the tea. That's the tea. Yes. And for those who are just joining in, thank you so much. Just to let you know, this is my first ever podcast, so it's just taken in the background right now. I know it's looking flashy and everything, but keeping it all the way live with JBeezY, episode 1, and with my guest, Kawaii Face Miles. Ooh, yes. And this is so fun. Matter of fact, let me change the song up real quick. Boom. All right. Oh, that's funky. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to change up the track real quick, because we're about to change the subject. Well, actually, no, we're going to stick with the COVID right now. So, the Rona. Ooh, that bitch Rona. She bad. She got popular real quick, and she's fucking up everybody's lives, honey. And it's just sad how it's, I see what you saying as being as a double-edged sword, because of course it's horrible for the whole world right now. Everybody is pretty much suffering, you know, from the job, finances, their lives are in danger, etc., etc. So in that regard, it's bad. But on the upside, it does, for one, it kind of does show a lot of people's true colors. A lot of motherfuckers have been hoarding a lot of things. For some reason, one of those things is toilet paper. I still don't understand why to this damn day why people would hoard toilet tissue. Like,
I don't get that either. I did not get that with the whole corona like panic. I just didn't understand why everyone is like, oh, gotta take 20 packs of toilet paper just for myself. And like, I can understand if it's like a big family and stuff like that. But at the same time, I still can't understand how that's still justifying you hoarding like essential supplies and making it unavailable to everyone else, you know?
Right.
Like, I walked through Target and I was like, what the hell? Why is everything empty? Like, like, we are not confined to our homes. Like, obviously, it's recommended we stay home.
Right.
And we stay inside our houses and stuff like that. But, like, if you gotta go to the grocery store, like, nothing's stopping you, baby. Like, go to the grocery store. Like, it's still gonna be there. It's still gonna be open. They're not shutting that down. So I just, like, didn't understand why people are like hoarding the most non-essential things. Like, yeah, toilet paper is pretty essential, but like they literally said, wash your hands. like
I don't get it. It's just like, we're gonna get all the toilet tissue, but then, matter of fact, I went to Walmart the other day. They actually now, they should have done this before actually, but they're starting to do it now where they're limiting only one roll of toilet tissue or toilet tissue pack, whatever, and then one paper towel. So you can get one of each. That's it. That is it.
Yeah,
you can't get two.
That's all you need.
Right. But what I find,
it's still gonna be there. You know, it's so ridiculous.
I don't get that. But what I find funny though is like that item is the first to go, but there's still a whole roll of fucking soap. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
That's what I was like, during the pandemic, they tell you to wash your hands, and the first thing you go for is toilet paper.
You bitches are stupid.
Yeah, I was just like, where is the logic? Where is the sense in this?
None.
Like, it just made no sense, you know?
And that's what fear does, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just fear, and it's just like, I get it, I totally understand. Like, it is a very serious virus. Like my dad suffers from pulmonary fibrosis, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like he has scarring in his lungs. Ooh. So it makes it hard for him to breathe, and it's not something that can get cured or anything like that. It just gets worse until eventually it kills him. And for like this virus and stuff like that, he can't get sick. So like, you know, having like soap and like stuff like that is like really, it's really important to like for us to be sanitized and clean. Like I just got over having a cold and an ear infection, and the entire time I was sick, I couldn't go to work, and I had to stay in my room the entire time. So it was just like, okay, that's cool. Like, I already do that, but it was just, it just sucked because it's like
the circumstance.
Yeah, because now it's more detrimental to like, you know, a family member, because he cannot get sick from it. He can't get any sorts of illnesses. Like, if anyone's sick, they have to stay away from him, because if he gets sick, like, it's game over.
I feel you 100%, and I'm sorry, you know, that what your, you know, father's going through. I'm in this basically kind of the same situation as you are. I live with my father and I live with my younger brother. So, my younger brother is only 1 year and 6 months younger than me. So we're still kind of in the same age range. My dad is over 60, and he is diabetic. Matter of fact, a couple years ago, I found him on the floor right before I had to go to work, and this was in 5 o'clock in the morning. I found him on the floor, and I don't know what the hell was going on. He was sweating, and I woke him up. I took care of him. I actually called off work crying because I didn't know what was going on. I thought he was dying at that point. Found out that he suffered a stroke. So he has that on top of him being diabetic, because when we took him to the doctor, that's when we found out that he has diabetes on top of the stroke that he has. and he's over 60, so he is high risk. So I'm doing my damnedest to like take care of him, make sure he takes his medication. I bought all types of damn vitamins on Amazon. I got my zinc. I got my one day. I got my I'm looking at my right. What the hell do I have that shit? I got some heart shit over there. I got a lot of things. And I'm just like, Dad, take this. Because you be forgetting to take your damn medication and you need to take this. Because you know, when men get to a certain age, they're stuck in their ways. Bars. So they're stubborn as hell and they forget shit. So sometimes you have to remind them. Sometimes you got to food speed. Spoon feed them. There you go. I said that shit backwards. But whoop, there it is. You know what I'm talking about. Spoon feed the motherfuckers. Okay? To make sure that they get the vitamins and the nutrition that they need. Because it helps with their immune system. And they need that. Because if he is gone. Because I already lost my mom. I lost both my grandparents on my dad's side. I lost my grandfather on my mom's side. So all I have is my grandmother. Thank the Lord. Thank heavens she's still alive. And I have my dad. That's it. So since I live with my dad, if he's gone, then like you said, it's game over. It really is. Like depression will hit me more than anything. And I just wouldn't know what to do with my life at that point. Like I don't. So I can't lose him, and this is the time where we really have to be smart, and we really just have to stay the fuck in. And I've been seeing, oh my God, and this has been so upsetting. I've been seeing so many motherfuckers think that this is a game. Like, oh, if I die, then I die. I'm gonna go out and party. No, bitch. It's not just your life. It's your family's life. It's others' family's life too. You could be affecting other people. Like, this is a serious issue. And especially when there's people that have more of a platform than us, like celebrities, like rappers and shit. I just saw the other day, there was a rapper, his name Casanova, and he made fun of this shit. He was just like, I'm just gonna do a music video because fuck Corona. And he started making jokes about it and shit, and it's just like, cops shut him down, first off. Whoop, there it is. But he was just making fun of it and just not giving a fuck. And it's like, Negro, these are lies. People are getting sick. People are dying. Okay? This is something that you definitely need to take serious because it's affecting the whole world. And there's no cure for it right now. It's not. Like,
the only cure we have is staying in your house, social distancing,
right,
and just chill. Like that's all. That's the only cure we have right now. Mm-hmm. And I think it's kind of ridiculous that a lot of people aren't taking it very serious, even though infection rates are rising so much, death rates are rising, and it's just like just take your health a little seriously while while this is figured out, because
right.
like this, I think beginning of March is when they had like their first confirmed case of COVID in California. And then within a couple of weeks, the entire U.S. there's at least a couple hundred cases in every single state. So it's like, this, it's not a joking matter. It's not, it's not something that should be taken lightly. Like, it should definitely be taken seriously. But I think the biggest thing on top of taking it seriously is just to not panic at all. And I know a lot of people are really looking forward to like the other events in the future, like Combo Breaker and CEO and stuff like that. And it's just like at this point, it's like what I've been telling everyone. I'm just like, I really would love to sit here and be like, yeah, I hope Combo Breaker happens. Yeah, I hope CEO happens, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, I would hate to see Rick and I would hate to see JBeezY be put into such difficult financial situations.
Absolutely.
Because of having to cancel it. But at the same time, I'm also like, y'all, just let it be canceled. Let them be canceled.
If it has to be, then
because
absolutely.
yeah, if it has to be, it has to be. But it's like, if they get canceled, please, like, you know, like, don't get upset about it. I know we all want to compete right now, but unfortunately, what should be taking the number one priority in this entire situation is the health of ourselves, the health of the people we are closest to on a day-to-day basis, and the health of everyone else that we surround ourselves with. And, you know, we can't, with how easy this virus is spread, I think the best thing to do is just to put a hold on everything until there's a for sure cure for this. There's a for sure green, you know, a green light that everything is good, everything is okay. And I think everyone just really should just focus on staying home and relaxing and enjoying and supporting other content creators.
Yes.
Supporting their friends, supporting each other virtually, instead of worrying about, oh my God, can I go to this tournament? Because it's like for me, I already have accepted the fact, after having, well, first I was already canceling going to final round because obviously I had a death in my family and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's okay. I'm good now. But I wasn't already going to final round, and then they canceled it. And then I was planning on going to NorCal regionals in April, and then they canceled that. So after they already canceled it, everything, you know, those first two tournaments of the year, I was just like, all right, cool, everything's canceled at this point. Like, I'm just gonna stay and focus on taking care of myself, taking care of my parents, and making content and working until they tell me don't come to work anymore. And it's just, you know, it is what it is right now. Like, it's pure survival at this point, because, like, as much as I would love to travel and compete at this point, like, there just really isn't a way for us to do that right now. And I mean, we could travel, but we're risking so much,
right? Just
to go see our friends and get drunk over the weekend, and, you know, go to the tournament and try our best, and maybe win, maybe not win. It's not worth those 5 days away to come back home and then possibly get sick and then spread that illness to, you know, our immediate family and our loved ones and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, it's just not worth it.
And I think that's what people fail to realize that haven't been taking it serious. You could affect your family members just because you get it, and your immune system might be strong enough to fight it, which, from what I've been hearing, more than likely, you know, it is, you know, through our age range, you know, our immune system can fight it, but what about the people who can't? You know, your parents, your grandparents, you know, they might not have the strength to fight it. So you're low-key putting their lives at risk as well. That is the major danger to this whole situation. And people need to start waking up. You can't be going to the club. Nope. You can't be going to the club no more, boo. You can't. No, cancel all that shit. It's not worth it. It is definitely not worth it. I haven't even been out. I have no desire to go out. For what? For what? I know I'm going to dance. I know I'm going to sweat. And I know I'm going to drink. So when you drink alcohol and you're out and about and you're dancing, then all the sweat on your clothes, you know, you're more likely to get sick. Easy. I had it happen to it many times. Okay? So in that regard, people just need to understand, especially those who don't even wear clothes, you know, look sexy up in the club and shit. Let me show my titty meat. You know, I'm going to wear this spaghetti strap. I'm going to be looking cute. But bitch, you look a mess after the club. And then you might go, that's where it starts. That's where it damn starts. And who knows? Like, once you get it, it won't show up, after 5 days, I heard, or a week, that you show up positive as corona? Is that true?
I think that's what it is. I thought it was like a couple weeks, but I'm pretty sure it's like 5 days.
Okay, yeah.
Because at first the symptoms don't start... Oops, I just dropped my controller, but... At first the symptoms don't start like as severe, and then within a couple of days, it's just like a truck hits you.
Mm-hmm. And man, I'm just seeing more and more celebrities get it. Like, I'm starting to see more rappers and shit. Like, I just saw Slim Thug, even though I haven't heard a single from him for a while, but I'm not trying to be shady, I'm just saying. Who else? DJ Webstar, you know, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with soda on the side. Yeah, apparently I just saw an interview today. He was on the Breakfast Club. That he got it, and at first he really wasn't taking it serious, and he admitted that. Like, he was just still going, you know, to his friend's house, and his friends, you know, they would still visit each other, smoke hookah like it's a normal day, but it's just like, when you get that shit, it's completely different. So now he knows the importance of keeping yourself healthy, keeping yourself safe, and just try not to be that person to spread it amongst everybody, because everybody is, I don't know, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people are eventually getting it now because of the fact they're out and about in public areas. And I just even saw an email from my job, because I'm going back Monday, and I work at an office job, customer service, so I'm on the phones. So they just basically sent me, you're gonna have to eat lunch at your desk now. Yeah, and the bathrooms, they're gonna be limited. If there's like a line of 2 or 3 people, then please wait outside or some shit like that. And it's crazy. I'm just like, just have me work from home so I can be up on the phones. It's fine. But so many people have filed for unemployment. I saw in the millions. And millions of businesses have shut down. I just saw that a bill has been passed today, I think. Do you know anything about that?
If it's the same bill that I'm thinking of, it's the one where every U.S. citizen is supposed to like receive money from the government or something like that. Unless,
well, sign me up.
Unless it's something completely different.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what the president has passed. Was that the Americans in the time of need, that everyone would be getting money from the government, and I think it like depends on how much you filed for your taxes or something like that.
Okay.
So like if you filed and reported that you made, you know, over, the higher you make, the less of a cut you're getting from the money that comes back to you, and the lower you make, the more of a cut you're gonna get. I think the max is supposed to be like $1,200 or something like that.
Well, goddamn, sign me the fuck up. I need to figure that out after this stream is over. Shoot, I'm trying to get a cut of that.
I think that's something that if you filed your taxes, they're already evaluating, and they're preparing to send everyone their money.
Okay, cool. Because I think I've done that. Yeah, I've done that already. I sent my taxes a couple months ago. So I'm pretty much good. I just feel bad for the people who aren't allowed to work and can't get money because of that. That definitely sucks. There's so many people who are asked out of a job, asked out of money, and there's nothing that they can do at this point besides finding other work. But it's fucked up all around.
Yeah, because like the work pool is already limited at this point. And I think the other bill that they passed was that the unemployment payout was bumped up a little bit more.
Yeah.
To compensate for that, because obviously, like, we can't all fucking pay our bills with what, you know, off of unemployment and stuff like that. So I think they bumped it up. I know a lot of like places and places where you owe your bills are being really understanding in this time with the whole situation going on, because obviously like everyone is losing their job at this point.
Ugh,
So
honey.
I know, like, even with my car payment, like, they, every time I call to pay and stuff like that, they've just been like, you know, in this time of need, you know, if there's if you're being negatively affected by this, please, you know, contact us directly, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll work with you to postpone your payments until everything gets sorted,
That's
et cetera,
good.
et cetera. Yeah, so it's like a lot of places are being really cooperative in this moment. So that's excellent. But yeah, you know, it's just really unfortunate everyone's losing their jobs. And it's really unfortunate that a lot of small businesses are taking a huge hit from it.
Especially.
And, you know, it just sucks all around.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, it's just really unfortunate. And I hope things get worked out within, you know, a proper time frame. I'm not hoping things get rushed and, you know, everyone's so eager to get it fixed quickly, and then they try to get it fixed quickly, and then, you know, something happens, and then it ends up blowing up in their face and getting worse.
Right.
I just hope, you know, I want things to resume back to normal and in the time that it needs to. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, this better get fixed next week. But it's like, this problem isn't, like, I understand there's like a lot of pressing things going on at this point, but it's like, unfortunately, this isn't something that can just get rushed and be fixed. Like, you can't rush and fix this. Like, you just have to wait it out and let it go through what it needs to in order for us to get back to a normal life.
Mm-hmm. And what my job said, and basically, I guess that was the notice at first from everywhere, that 2 weeks was the magic number. So after that 2 weeks, then we'll see what happens. Well, we just damn near ran that 2-week course by Monday. So this definitely is not going to get solved anytime soon. I'm hoping at least by fall season of this year, something has to be done. I mean, I'm hearing that in China, I hear that things are starting to calm down over there. So I guess that gives some type of hope. Italy is doing hella bad. Like, you know, they don't have enough supplies that I've been hearing. People just have been dying. And we will not see that type of international coverage because that's how fucked up it is out there. We will not, unless you really do some research and dig into that and see how they're living at this point in time. But you will not see that shit on American news. That's for damn sure. Nope. But how it's affecting the FGC, well, two things have come from it. Well, for one, you know, all the tournaments are done for the time being. Even the locals at this point. Wednesday night fights, they're now doing online tournaments. And there's only one tournament though. And I did see a post from them. They said they do not plan on closing down. Do you know what tournament that is?
No, what tournament is it?
Evo.
Oh, was it Evo? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was Evo.
Mm-hmm. They said they do not have plans to shut it down yet. But, of course, just like what every company says, we are looking closely at the COVID situation and then proceed from there.
I mean, look at Capcom. They just took off their whole first half of their CPT tour, and wasn't like Combo Breaker part of it?
Good question. But yeah, at this point they had to, because if the Olympics gonna postpone their shit until 2021 and Capcom was supposed to be a part of that, then it's like, the fuck. Yeah, you kind of have to at this point. So like,
yeah, they said they're gonna resume it in the second half of the year and like figure out everything else. But I mean, it's kind of just like a wait and see. Like, we can't really like have like a time frame, you know, like how you were saying, like, oh, the 2 weeks ran its course, you know, same thing here. It's just like,
right,
we're kind of just playing it by ear, and it's just, unfortunately, the way it's looking right now, it's not slowing down, it's not ceasing, it's just, you know, it's progressing, it's getting worse, and I think it's going to get worse until it gets better. So
absolutely,
at this point, it's just kind of like, just chill, sit at home, talk with your friends on Discord, talk with your friends on PS4 chat.
Right.
Like, you know, just keep yourself busy, because it's just like, you know, if you're stuck at home, you know, I've been doing great. And that's probably because like, I spend a lot of time by myself anyway. So it's just like, I'm fine, you know, doing whatever I'm doing. I'm keeping myself busy, but at the same time, I can also see why it's a little bit harder for everyone else. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like, you know, find different like methods and means to somewhat portray a normal life.
Mm-hmm. You know what, honestly, when somebody said in the chat, Maxi B, the strip isn't even open in Vegas. Oh my god, yeah, that's scary. Oh, looking like Resident Evil out there, I'm sure. God dang. I've been hearing about that shit too. Like, even the casinos and the hotels, nobody can even stay in that. Like, what? Mm-hmm. That is crazy. That means jobs have been just like, sorry, peace, we don't need you anymore. That's a lot of jobs lost in Vegas. A lot. And the fact that it's a ghost town now, but there's 2 major events that are still happening as of right now that still hasn't been canceled. One of them being EVO. The other one, EDC, Electronic Daisy Carnival, which is basically the biggest damn festival of the year besides Coachella. Yeah. I mean, what they call it festival now, but it's a motherfucking rave. It's the biggest rave of the year, okay? All right, I'm an OG raver, okay? That's what the fuck it's called. But here's the thing. When it comes to those 2 events, they have contracts with the city. This is why it is harder for them to just basically cancel. So, I've been seeing basically both sides. Like how EVO is trying to... Well, I haven't seen how EVO has been trying to find ways to basically combat this or take precautionary measures. But I have been seeing EDC, and they said that they're trying to basically do his damnedest. Pasquale, which is, you know, the creator and the master of all of Insomniac events. That is the guy. And I met him once. He's cool as hell. Shouts out to him. 3 stacks. But he is basically, he said he's a rebel, and he goes up against the grain. So even though with everything going on right now, he's doing his damnedest to find ways for people to be safe and still have the party keep going. That's just him in general. So I look at EDC as the scope, because that's before EVO. So if I see that EDC still goes on, there's hope that EVO is still going to go on too. Because I really want to go to EVO, bitch. That's just my biggest and best tournament to go to, because for one, that's how I met you. So it's like an anniversary type thing. I have to go every year since 2018, because I just love meeting the FGC people in general, and that's where most people go. I mean, you're gonna go big, that's the biggest event to go to. So if I see EDC get shut down, honey, that is going to be a major concern
to be honest, he really should shut it down. Unfortunately, he needs to like figure out a way with the city to shut it down, because if he's really trying to push this event, he's really putting a lot of people's lives in risk.
Are you talking about Pasquale or Mr. Wizard?
Pasquale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have to agree, because
like, I get that he goes against some rules and stuff like that and everything, but like at some point you have to be a responsible person and say, this is not safe for everyone.
Right. Absolutely not. And as a matter of fact, one of these parties, it was an event, I think it was across CRRSD, which is in San Diego. I got invited to that as well this year. Honey, there was an article I read that said one of the party goers was tested positive for corona. So basically everybody who was around that vicinity of that party or whatever needs to get tested. See, that's what the fuck I fear. Because all it takes is one person and that shit spreads. That's scary.
Exactly. Like, it's just like, I get it. People are trying to ignore it and trying to live their best life and everything like that. But like, it needs to be taken seriously by every event organizer. I know it's going to suck financially to take a hit, but if it's going to put more people at risk just for you to hold an event for people to have fun and you can make that coin and all that stuff, like, it's just not worth it
at all.
Because I guarantee that whoever organized, what was it, Crossed?
I
guarantee whoever organized that is probably going to get, like, sued up the ass.
That's right. See, I didn't even think about that. Like, ooh, honey. And then that's a fear of basically any event at this point. Because all it takes is for one case to show up, and because of your event, then that fucks with the future of that event. Nobody's gonna want to go anymore at all. Let's just say if, you know, CEO happens and then people go to CEO and then there's an article that comes out that somebody was tested positive for the corona and they contracted their CEO. Game over, bitch. Like, that event is done for the rest of its entirety. That, like, it's game over. That will be the last year that shit will ever happen. And every event for every genre, they fear that happening. So I don't know, but just when it comes to the city of Vegas, EDC, I've heard that they actually extended their contract because they are the money cow for that city. And matter of fact, when I go up there for EDC, I be seeing them signs, bitch. They be ready. They're like, hey, EDC goers, welcome, blah, blah, blah. And then, because they jack up everything. They jack up the prices on alcohol, clubs, etc., outfits, outlets, you know, malls. Everything is jacked up because they know people's going to pay for that shit. Because it's bringing a lot of people for that event. It's the same thing for Evo. Hotels know. They know motherfuckers are going to want to book everything. And they know they're going to be in the area. So they welcome us with open arms because we're giving them what? Money. So those are the two major events that Vegas is looking forward to. And those are the events that have not shut down yet. So I hope that everything is good, at least by Evo, because baby, I want to go so bad. But if it happens that, you know, just be worse, I'm just staying my black ass home. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not. I value my life over entertainment. That's for damn sure. And that's how everybody should value their life.
Yeah. That's the important thing, is people need to really take their health into, you know, consideration. Because, like, yes, we can get over it easily, but, you know, there's a lot of people who are immunocompromised. I think that was the word.
I know. I figure out what you're trying to say. Basically, their immune system is fucked.
Yeah, their immune system is like ass right now. And it's just like you have to be aware, because you don't know who you talk to in public or who you run into in public, or even your own family. Like, you don't know if you get sick. Like, you may bounce back, but you don't know if someone you've interacted with is going to end up, you know, in a bad situation, or worse, dead. Right.
And that's the worst thing that can happen. And, you know, for a family member especially to die because you transmitted that, oh my God, like, that would destroy me. If I were responsible for the death of an older family member of mine, like, honey, that's depression times 100. You know, like we experience depression every day, but that's more like suicidal type depression, and I do not want to be responsible to have that burden, and nobody should feel that way. So that's why you have to take precautionary measures to take care of yourself, because it's not just your life at risk, but it's your loved ones, it's your friends, it's everybody around you that probably does not have as best of immune system as you. So one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this discussion up, which was of course important because it is affecting everybody, is you definitely need to keep your immune system up. I have been. You can still go on Amazon and vitamin C and zinc. Apparently those are the things that definitely help with your immune system. I've got mine off Amazon. Vitamin C, you can just drink orange juice, so get that shit. So basically, if you just want to treat the common cold or the common flu, just get those same things. If you have like ghetto remedies at your house, do that shit too. Whatever works to help you to get over the flu is basically the same symptoms with the corona. So I heard stories that people have had it and they got over it by treating it as if it was the flu. So they kind of quarantined themselves at the house, and you know, they took those remedies, they took the orange juice, they drank their teas, and they were fine. What I'm trying to figure out is, after you get it, are you immune to it? Like when you get the chicken pox and you're done, you can never get it again? Or is it like the flu where if you get cured from it, it's a possibility you can get it again, so you have to treat yourself? So I'm thinking it's the later, which is pretty bad, which is more reason for us to take this serious and take your vitamins. Matter of fact, get one a day. That shit is good. I've bought that, 5 months ago, half a year ago, and that shit is still plentiful. Still. And it only cost me like less than $20. Honey, for half a year, that's a pretty damn good price. And you can still get good prices on Amazon. You just have to you would have to check early in the day, because everybody's doing that panic buying and shit, and they're buying everything in bulk. Yeah. So prices are being jacked up for simple things like I saw Theraflu was over $25 for a pack of 6.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What? Because it's apple cinnamon flavored, bitch? No. Like, what the hell?
It sucks. It sucks. I know that Amazon, it sucks right now because I want to order stuff, but I can't order stuff because if it's not essential, they're extending shipping rates out until like May.
I've noticed that.
And if it's essential, then they'll try to get it to you as fast as possible. But yeah, it's like MaxiB said, like our body creates antibodies for it, but like, you know, usually we're pretty immune to a lot of the stuff that's going on, but there are some people, like you said, that are getting reinfected with COVID. So it's like, you know, it's a strain that our body isn't able to protect us from.
There's also 2 strains of corona. Oh Lord, see, I didn't even know that. By the way, I appreciate you being here, MaxiB, and with the info. Definitely going to be looking at that. It seems like there is 2 strains, because some people get sick, and other people just get it with no symptoms, and they fight it like nothing. Like Idris Elba and Tom Cruise, you know, they casually saying, hey, we just got the test, and we are tested positive for corona. It's fine. We're still okay, me and my wife. You know, just like it's a normal day and shit. Like they're going to go bike riding. You know? And then there's other people who literally, like, they feel like there's an elephant on their chest. You know? And it's... So I believe what MaxiB is saying, that there's 2 strains. It's just, man, just be careful. Get your vitamins. Vitamin C. Get the orange juice. I stocked up on that shit myself. Work on your immune system. This is the time to get healthy, okay? And whoop, there it is. So, with that said, the last topic I want to talk about, and because of the COVID, online tournaments are at a rise because, of course, there's no damn offline tournaments anymore because government has shut a lot of shit down. Cities are on lockdown, shut down, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. So people are not wanting to go out to play video games at tournaments. So online is the safest and most convenient way, except 90% of the online for these fighting games are all trash. Trash. It's garbage. It's garbage. So, and with this game that I have right now, Taken, ooh, this is honey, this is a repeat offender, and damn, it sucks that we're still talking about it in 2020, but, honey, bars, it's these developers, they just don't care. They really don't, and the reason why they don't care is because we keep feeding them money. So is this the time that will finally get them to wake the fuck up and be like, okay, we need to improve our netcode in order for our games to survive? When people have been saying this for years and years and years. So what is your take on that? Miss Ma?
I think netcode needs to be fixed. Like, it really needs to be fixed, dude. It is so trash. And it's just like, I would love to do online tournaments. I love sitting in my room and playing. But at the same time, it fucking sucks. Because, like, what the heck? like the entire, like, netcode is just so boo-boo garbage. And it's just like, everything, like, how can you do a serious tournament if the netcode is so terrible that it's literally hard to react to, like, throws, you know, especially in Tekken. It's hard to react to throws, it's hard to react to lows, it's hard to react to, like, a lot of stuff, you know? Like, how do you possibly get through that? And then we're having to do, like, you know, regular tournaments on Tekken doing that. So, like, it's just like, how do you get around that? Like, how do you do that? And I think right now, you know, obviously there's a lot we don't know when it comes to, like, the programming and stuff like that for specific games and everything like that. So there's a lot that goes into it that we probably don't know and that we probably don't see, because for us, we're just kind of like, fix a netcode, and we think it's like a simple fix. But, you know, so as much as I am like, yes, fix the netcode, please, I am also a bit more empathetic towards the companies, because I'm just like, okay, there's probably more that they need to, like, look into before they actually, like, fix the netcode.
Hold on, let me change the ambiance real quick. Hold on, baby. Had to change the track since we changed the subjects. Okay, get that music. Yeah, do you hear that?
What is it?
Oh, I don't like this song. Hold on, let me change this shit real quick. Oh. Tekken is known for their bomb music. I love their soundtrack.
Dude, I love Tekken 7 soundtrack. Everyone fucking hates it, but I love it.
What do you mean they hate it? This is the shit. Like, honey.
They say it's too dubstep-y and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, there is, like, rarely any dubstep in this soundtrack. It's, like, mostly really hard dance music.
Exactly. And they don't know how to distinguish between the difference between the two.
Yeah, Maxie doesn't like it.
Oh, that...
See, but I enjoy it. I appreciate it, and I enjoy it. So I'm not too pressed about it. But I can understand why people don't like it.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Let me make sure I get the right track. Hold on, because I get this shit on random. So I'm glad that I was able to stream from this game, because when you're strictly streaming from your PlayStation, you have to have a game in order to stream. So this is actually manageable because it has a nice background and everything, and the music. Hold on, the soundtrack. Let me listen to this shit. Hold on. Okay, this worked. Whoop, there it is. Okay, all right. Ambiance has been set. Haha. So, what the hell we talk about? Online. Yes. So the online, baby. Woo! I've been preaching to the choir for a long time. And well, not as long as many people have been in the FGC, like Maximilian. And I am thankful and grateful for voices like his, because his platform is huge. Probably like one of the biggest voices in the FGC. And the fact that he's been preaching that code from his words at least 10 years, that's fucking a lot. It's finally starting to get to these developers because it's all about this. It really is. Like, they don't give a damn if you're still going to feed them money. If they're going to get away with shit, they're like, well, hey, we ain't going to fix it if it ain't broke. You're telling us it's broke, but you're not telling us with your dollars. So I'm very adamant about that. Speak with your money, because money talks. Honey. Bars. So, the game that I play, Samurai Showdown, which is my love, that's my baby, which has an awesome community behind it, and is a very strong competitive scene, but also a very loving scene that's willing, to help newcomers grow, etc., etc. With that said, the biggest complaint about this game, and probably one of the only complaints about this game, is not about the gameplay. It's not about the characters. It's not about the outfits or the aesthetic. None of that shit. It's always about the online. It is bad. And I'll be lying if I said it was good. Just because I like a game doesn't mean I'm gonna lie on it. Because what good will do that for not only for myself, but for the community? If you see something broke, tell somebody to fix the shit. Because that's how you're going to make the community grow. That's how you're, helping the game grow, etc. And this is the reason why that these fighting games be dying like this. Like, after a year, like, people get motherfucking bored. It's just like, ugh, what? Like, I have to deal with this shit again? Like, okay, so we're at season 3. Cool. But has the online changed? I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball FighterZ. The fuck? How are you still gonna have broken online netcode and haven't done any optimization, but you're gonna have 3 seasons of characters? What the fuck? That doesn't make sense to me. And that's the reason why I stopped playing that game. And I have it. I have almost all the current fighting games right now. I have Tekken 7, I have Soul Calibur, I have Mortal Kombat, I even have fucking King of Fighters 14. I have that shit. But it's collecting dust. I have Street Fighter. What else? Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I got Grand Blue. But people are starting to get over that shit because their online sucks. This is the wicked cycle that we just keep going. When it's a new title, if you're going to keep fledging your money, these companies are not going to give a fuck. Honey. Bars. Speak with your damn wallets, okay? The future is now. Let the revolution be televised, honey, because that's the only way to get our message across. So thank the Lord, thank God that Guilty Gear finally decided to step up, be like, you know what, we're going to put rollback in our game. And I said, bitch, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Can you say that again? I had to read it again. I said, what? You said who? Jigga what? Rollback? Oh, bitch. Christmas has come early. I thought SNK was going to be the savior of that because they just implemented rollback to Garo. It's an old fighting game, yes, but it kind of gave me hope. SNK has been doing good business practices that I wanted other developers to adapt to. For example, this is the reason why I kind of fuck with them heavy. With the release of Samurai Showdown, at the beginning, they were like, we are going to give you free DLC for a week. Just free. All you have to do is go to the PlayStation Store, download it, boom. You're set for the first season. Cool. You don't even have to get the damn game. Just get the shit. Just get the DLC season.
Yeah. Like, I've been playing Smash Ultimate because I've been on my Switch so much.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm sorry. So, I don't have an Ethernet adapter for my Smash, but their netcode is not that bad. Like, it's not bad at all. Like, I've been playing, I played a huge set with Maxi, and like, like the netcode really wasn't that bad.
They grilling your ass. They grilling your ass, girl.
You know what? You know what? I'm over here focusing on my health and not spending frivolously on an Ethernet adapter for my Switch. So. Mm-hmm. That's all I gotta say on that one.
All right, well that's fine. You can
it wasn't
keep it at
that bad compared to like Tekken, and I play on my PC, and that's like straight up wired. So for that, it's still laggy. Like, it's still horrible. It's like worse than playing Smash on Wi-Fi. So it's like
wow.
It's real. The netcode is really not that good. And it's just like a lot of games, their netcodes are just struggling. I think they really do need to just fix it. They really do need to fix it.
And it's just, all it takes is one developer to have good netcode and be successful, and then all of them will follow suit. Mortal Kombat
like Killer
was supposed
Instinct.
Huh?
Like Killer Instinct.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. It was only Xbox and PC exclusive. Like, that was the only way that that was the only reason why I did not play that game. I love fucking Killer Instinct. I'm a big fan of the Killer Instinct franchise. Honey, I played both parts. You know? But the fact that it was on Xbox, I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? And my PC sucks, so I can't play the game. That was the only reason for me holding it back. But they need to not do that. I don't think any fucking fighting game needs to be exclusive to any system. Because for one, that's how you put a handicap on your community right there. Boom! Before the shit even starts. That's how you make it small. Right? Because other people cannot even have the chance unless they have to buy another system. Motherfucker, I got bills, bitch. I'm not gonna buy a whole nother damn system for one game. For one game? Okay, I low-key did that for Smash Brothers, but I won't do it again. I promise. But besides that, who has money just to do that? I'm just saying. It's hella inconvenient. And that should never, ever be the case for fighting games. Maybe first-person shooters, because there is more of a bigger casual base. But going back to what I was saying with Mortal Kombat, their netcode right now as their current fighter happens to be the best because they're a U.S. company, so they use rollback. However, this is how they fucked up, which is why nobody really gives a damn. Because even though you have rollback in your online, you're still forced to play people that has Wi-Fi. So that means your connection is still fucked either way, without the option to decline.
That's not good.
No.
And you know what sucks though? Is the PS4 throttles your internet connection when you use Wi-Fi and when you use wired. Dude, I've wired my PS4 to play like Tekken or something like that, and it's still horrible.
Oh, honey.
It does not give me the same speed that I get on my PC.
Yeah, I can see that definitely, because my PlayStation is wired, and I wish, I had a gaming PC so I can basically enjoy these other games like Soul Calibur, which their scene thrives on that, but it kind of stifles the PlayStation. In a way, it kind of the same with Street Fighter. A lot of people like to play it on PC because PlayStation is garbage. So, yeah, it's just bad. And with Grand Blue doing the same thing, honey. Why? Like, people are already getting over that shit because the online is bad. And I just saw a video the other day. I believe it was Sonic Soul. Posted this on Twitter. He complained about the loading times. I guess online was fucked and the loading times were stupid long. So something was wrong with the servers. And it's not like that game has the best online experience at all. Especially their lobbies. Oh, girl. Do you have Grand Blue? Have you played it?
I have not.
Honey. Okay. Ooh, let me put this down. Okay, let me tell you something.
Because a sis was paying off her Nintendo Switch, her Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch, and then had Animal Crossing to look forward to.
I heard that. Okay, valid reason. But let me tell you something. So, Grand Blue, they got two modes online. They have their lobby system and they have their rank mode. Their lobby system basically is they want to create the old school environment. When you go into lobbies, it's an arcade area. So when you sit down in an arcade, you gotta wait for another person to come and then you're connected. Boom. So that's cool aesthetic wise. And you get like a little chibi character, like, you know, a mini version of one of your favorite fighters, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. Basically the same thing they do for Dragon Ball FighterZ. But the negative thing about it is, since it's the mode that people go on the most, there's no online indicator for a person that you face. At all.
Ugh.
Like what? So you don't know how bad or good the connection is until you're actually in the match.
Yeah, like that's... Yes.
Exactly. It's yuck. Like, what? No. Mm-mm. I don't know about you, honey, but I love myself too much to deal with that bullshit. Honey. I'll play another game.
It's really hard, to be honest, just to deal with netcode, especially with how everything is right now. It's like we're running online tournaments now, so it's just like at this point, I would hope there's some urgency to fix the netcode.
I mean, all we have to look forward to is the next gen, because at this point, like the games that are already been produced, this is what we're getting. We're gonna still get shit netcode for Tekken. That's not gonna change. Like, season 3 is pretty much done. We got Fakuram, fuck your mom. What's his name?
Fakubram.
Whatever, that bald motherfucker. But you know what? He's low key cute. His body is right. Okay, he can. You know, whoop, there it is. Put me in submission, bitch. But that's basically it. So we have that. And what else? What else updates? Samurai Showdown is about to have, I guess, people are saying that Season 2 has finally going to start next week. Because even though we got our first DLC character, Mina, a month ago, it didn't feel like Season 2 because there was no changes. Like, you just added one character, okay, cute, but where's the balance? We're getting that. I am hoping online optimization comes with that balance because motherfucker, even when I'm streaming that shit, by the way, I'm going to be streaming that right after. The problem is the online lobbies. Their rooms be shutting down at random over stupid shit. Like, basically, if you press rematch and you're in a lobby, that can potentially shut down the room and freeze the room. It's dumb. It's fucking stupid. Like, why? And then the fact that their online indicators is not accurate because you can't play people in the same state and the connection will be stable. Like, like, that's bad. Like, I have a better time playing somebody in Japan 1 bar than playing against somebody in the US with 3 bar. The fuck?
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
It's just bad all around. And a lot of these developers, they don't see that. Well, now they see that because they're forced to see that. Their hand has been forced. They're like, okay, this is going to be the future. This is what we need to change. So, it's going to be next gen from here on out. That's like, At this point, if you support a game, a new fighting game that comes out in, you know, the next gen systems when they come out, you're stupid at this point. You're stupid. If they do not have rollback or good online net code. So from here on out, and this is the message that I'm saying to you, my FGC people, my girls, my nerds, and everybody in between. If you support delay-based net codes, baby, you are part of the problem and not part of the solution. We have to speak with our wallets. We cannot bullshit ourselves anymore. It's not good for the scene. This is why the scene stays niche. This is why the scene stays small. If we want to expand everything, you gotta look at the bigger picture. If everything's good, then there'll be more eyes on the scene, and that's how we get more money, baby. That's how more sponsorships come in. That's how more opportunities for tournaments, and then more money is thrown at us. Look at motherfuckers like Fortnite and all them first-person shooters. They're big. $2 million for a fucking Fortnite tournament? Are you kidding me? You got 13, 16-year-olds, whatever, preteens, winning that stupid amount of cash for a fucking Fortnite tournament. That's insane. How come we can't have that?
Because fighting games are so niche. They're not easy to play.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that is definitely a part of it. But in retrospect, online has been the bigger reason of why it has been so niche. Because in those games, the online at least is decent to good. It has to be. Because so much money is invested into shit. So these developers need to see that, and we can grow. We can be a bigger force, and we can stop being a fucking poverty scene. Because I'm tired of seeing good players and good people not getting their just due. They're not getting their money as they should. Everybody should get paid when they're great. Like, we need to stop being in this fucking struggle scene and find ways like, okay, how can we do better? What can we do better so we can all thrive? More money will come to the scene by more eyes looking at it, more sponsors, etc., etc. But in order for that to happen, things need to get better for our games, for people to play.
Absolutely.
And that's just that's the truth of the matter. And casuals are a big part of that. So that's how Mortal Kombat has thrived for decades. Just saying.
True. I don't know. For me, I feel like Mortal Kombat is always like big when it comes out, and then it fades out. Absolutely. Because everyone else is still focused on Street Fighter, and then now it's Tekken and Street Fighter. So it's good that their franchise is still living and they have such a big core audience, but I feel like their franchise doesn't really grow in that sense. Their online is, it's good that they're making the way to providing better online, but I don't know. It's really hard to say because there's only so many games that have good online netcode fighting game wise, and like their community was just so small, like Killer Instinct. So it's like how I don't, it's like it's hard to really like figure out a way to fix it without just like hounding the devs, like fix the netcode, please.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's excuse me, but that's basically a whole nother topic. I mean, that's basically the scene and how everything is structured and how they support the game. So, like, I've been in the NRS scene for a little bit over a year, and so I've kind of seen how these motherfuckers, when they take a new game, they play it, and then they get over it, and then they just want to move on to the next thing. But that's basically kind of an NRS thing, because NetherRealm Studios, they kind of train their audience to have that timeline, because every 2 years they come out with a new game. So it's part of programming. So I can't blame the scene as much. But then again, they kind of need to get up out that funk. Be like, if you really want this game to be represented, then you have to actively support it. Don't go by NetherRealm's like, okay, so every 2 years we're going to release a new game, etc., etc. They trained you for that shit, to move on to the old one and move on to the next one. That's how they get your money, honey. But if you really want your shit to be represented, then, baby, support it. That's it. But again, that's another topic for another day. But damn, bitch, we've been talking for almost 2 hours. See, this is why I love you, because I knew we was gonna have the key of the key. Yes, honey. Ooh. But before we leave, I know we still got our audience and things. Is there any questions anybody in the chat would like to ask? Anybody about any of the topics that we discussed today? This has been fun, by the way. Like,
it has been fun,
girl. I love you so much.
I love you too, and I do want to thank you for allowing me to be here. Aww. And having me as your first guest. And of course, I want to thank all my community for being so supportive. I want to thank my friends, Maxie B.
Ooh, all right, Maxie B.
So great. Captain Carl for being so great. Thank my team, Brutal Democracy, for being so supportive.
I love them.
And amazing. They're so great. And then, just thanking all of you for being so wonderful, and thanking you for having me here and allowing me to talk and have a great, fun time with everyone. So thank you so much.
Righteous. Well, baby, I mean, it's the least that I could do for what you've done in the FGC and what you're going to continue to do, and that's inspire others. So, baby, like, it has been a complete honor. And we do have our question. When's the next stream? Oh, as far as like later. Which stream? Be specific. Mine, Miles, or this podcast? Because this podcast, honey, this was everything. I was just like, I didn't think it was going to be this long. I was like, okay, it's going to be for at least an hour. It's about to be 2 hours. Oh, the podcast. You know what? Okay. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say every Friday. Yes. Because I want to kind of keep it going. Next week, I start work again. So I'm going to be back at my 9 to 5. So I want to do it at a day where I can definitely remember. So I said a lot about myself that, other people that wouldn't. But hey, this podcast is all about just being you. Like, unfiltered, uncensored. That's who I am as a person. So that's the energy that I want to bring to this podcast. We
stand a humble queen.
Yeah, I mean, honey. Like, I will talk about, like, yeah, I got arrested. Like, okay. Like, I haven't said that to anybody about that Evo trip, like, at all. So this is my first time burying my heart in that regard, which is the reason why I basically, like, missed my my first tournament or my first pool, Dragon Ball FighterZ. But fuck it, you know what? I said it. Whoop, there it is. That shows how much I love this scene, because I still went. I still made it, and I still have incredible memories with people that I met, and I met you. So I don't regret anything. I do not regret sharing what I shared, and that's going to be the premise of this whole podcast. Keeping it all the way live. We keep it all the way live here, baby. Yes, uncensored, unfiltered. And whoop, there it is. And so I'm going to say next Friday, Same time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time ish. Because every time I set a time, I'm always late, bitch. You know, I'm black as fuck, so sometimes I be late in things. But we had technical difficulties, so that's the reason why. And yeah, so next Friday, I'm gonna do another podcast. I will get another guest. This was fun. I don't know who yet, but I got a lot of people in mind, and I appreciate y'all joining so much. Oh, and Miss Miles, is there anything that you want to plug, like your Twitch channel or whatever?
Oh yes. Hey guys, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KawaiiFaceMiles. Same as Twitter, same as Instagram. Everything is Kawaii Face Miles. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch,
girl,
TikTok. Y'all follow me up and you know, support an unemployed girl. But
I heard that.
No, but for real, like follow me, but also support JBeezY and follow as well.
Oh, well, thank you. I like how you had like your phone sex voice. Oh, this is Kawaii Face Miles. Support me in Twitch and that was cute.
For $100 donation, I'll show feet.
OnlyFans, yes, bitch.
OnlyFans.
Why just sit down and eat peanuts, but they're salted?
Oh no.
Yes. No, I don't have an OnlyFans yet. Depending on how hard times get, honey, I just might have to do that.
Right.
Anyways, especially since I know you nerds love feet.
Stand.
But oh yeah, let me hold on. You can follow me on my Twitter and things. I am I'm getting my shit together. Hold on. I'm getting my link so that way I can put in the chat. Is there anything that you want to put in the chat, Henny, so people can follow you? Miss Miles?
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting your link because I have my computer open.
Okay, whoop, there it is. Well, for one, boom. So that's my Twitter and things. Oh, yes. So give me a follow. I will follow back. That way you'll be notified by all the gaming news, FGC related stuff, and all my crazy shenanigans because I'm crazy as fuck. Because, of course, I'm black and Puerto Rican. So, you know, it's in my blood, baby. Whoop, it is. And, and that, another thing. I do have a Discord. Yes. Because that was another thing people said I should get. So, whoop, there it is. I'm about to post it right now. Boo, boo, boo. Pow. Yes. There we go. It's called Righteous World because I'm a righteous motherfucker. And if you join, so are you.
Yes. And then here's all my links.
There you
nice
go.
And easy.
Yeah. Damn, that's a lot of links, girl. Oh, she put it all in one package. Okay. Well.
She keep it all the same.
I heard that. See? Righteous. Yes. Put it all in one stimulus package. I heard that, girl. Okay. So follow us both on all the social media links that you see right there. And, yeah. And with that said, oh my sweet gherkins, this has been an amazing first episode of Keeping It All the Way Live with JBeezY as Miss Miles, my very first host. Thank you again. I love you to pieces. You have been a great host. Our guest.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guest.
Righteous. And you are always welcome, boo. We're going to have to do a future episode or whatever. And
yes.
We went double overtime. But you know what, bitch? That's what happens when you have fun. Just shooting the shit, talking shit, and just having fun.
Yes.
Yes, baby. And
I
with
stand.
all that, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said I stand.
Ah, yes, we stand a humble queen. Oh, yes. Haha. Again, follow all her social medias and follow mine too. Posted in the link right there. And then afterwards, let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, next week, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be doing episode 2. And yeah. And I'm actually going to be streaming Samurai Showdown after this. So, yeah, House Party Fights is a stream that I have, basically recreating the scene if, you know, after you get off work or whatever, and your homie hits you up, hey, you want to come over and play some games? I got drinks and shit. That's the scene I'm trying to create with House Party Fights. That's the name, because it's always a party. Always a party in JBeezY's house. Just take your shoes. I was about to say feet. No, keep your feet on. Keep your feet on, because you need those. Take your shoes off though, and I hope your feet don't stink. But bring the drinks. Bars. Yes, baby. Ooh, honey, I need to work on this whole diction thing. But I'm getting there, bitch. This is episode 1, okay? And I appreciate you appreciating me. So with that said, that's it. Any closing words, Miss Miles?
I think I thanked everyone already, but still, thank you so much for having me, and I thank everyone again from the bottom of my chilly little heart.
Oh, it's chilly. Oh, your heart is warm, girl. Stop it. Well, with that said, yeah, I love every single one of y'all that decided to tune in. And that's it, episode 1. Yay! So, with that said, whoop, my name is JBeezYBabY, and that's Miles. And I'm out. Y'all stay righteous. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Woo! Wait, other side. Hold on. Get the peacock.